Okay, welcome to some at-home chemistry. My name is Mr. Johnston. I'm a chemistry teacher at Shakopee High School. And we're going to do one of the classic at-home chemistry experiments today, and that is the reaction between baking soda and vinegar. And we're using this one as an example of actually two types of chemical reactions. First is a double replacement. And then we're going to see how the double replacement quickly leads to a decomposition reaction. And so to start with, our reactants are baking soda. Now, baking soda has another name. It is sodium bicarbonate, and it has a chemical formula NaHCO3. Vinegar goes by another name as well, and that is acetic acid. Now, acetic acid has the chemical formula HC2H3O2. You'll notice that each one of these is an ionic compound. Ionic compounds always have two parts, a cation and an anion. In baking soda, the cation is sodium. In acetic acid, or vinegar, the cation is hydrogen. And so in a double replacement reaction, those cations trade places. And what we end up with are the products, carbonic acid, which is H2CO3, and sodium acetate, which is NaC2H3O2. Now, there's lots of different kinds of vinegar out there that you could use. I have, at my house, this is regular, it's called distilled white vinegar. You might have some other kinds of vinegar at your house. Apple cider vinegar. There's rice vinegar. Red wine vinegar. And balsamic vinegar. Now, before you go using any ingredients around your house, you want to check with your parents and make sure that it's okay if you use some of their supplies. So I have about 1/4 cup of the vinegar, and I have about 1 teaspoon of the baking soda. And I'm going to put those two ingredients together. Those two reactants are going to be combined. And when you combine those reactants, they're going to bubble, fizz, and make some carbon dioxide gas. And I would recommend that you do this on a plate or some other type of surface so that you can catch all of the bubbles and everything that comes off. And there it is. I can see the bubbling, the fizzing, a little overflow. So the chemical reaction, the way that we have it written, doesn't really explain where the carbon dioxide, those bubbles, and the other product, water, come from. And so we're going to take this chemical reaction that we have a step further. It turns out that this product, carbonic acid, goes through another chemical reaction. It is decomposed. What happens, the carbonic acid, the H2CO3, decomposes, breaks apart into water, H2O, and carbon dioxide. Those bubbles that we were seeing are the carbon dioxide that was produced. So as we talked about, the reaction that we just observed between sodium bicarbonate and acetic acid is a two-step reaction. There's both a double replacement reaction that occurs, followed immediately by a decomposition reaction. And so we can look at this at the molecular level. On my simulation here, I have sodium bicarbonate and acetic acid. And when we have this reaction proceed, we're going to see that there is in fact a double replacement reaction. So I'm going to make the reaction go. And the first product that we see is right here. This is sodium acetate. This is the sodium. This is the acetate. We also have carbonic acid. That is H2CO3. If we continue to let the reaction proceed, we see our second reaction, which is the decomposition of that carbonic acid. And so that decomposition of carbonic acid results in carbon dioxide gas, we also get water. There's our molecular look.